coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Man. Let's go. Let's get it, man. 33 years of prison stories, man. We pushing P. Positive energy all the way down the line. Appreciate everybody, man, who's been with this movement, man, in our 4-year campaign. I appreciate you, man. I got big, deep love for you. Big love to everybody who joined the membership. If you ain't got it, you missing out. Can't keep telling you about it. We got hush hush over there. Come get with it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let's get into it today. Listen, I think I talked about this before, but I'm going to try to, break it down to you too. The first time in my 33 years of being incarcerated, man, of being in the cell with an actual gang member. And I was not only in there with an actual gang member, I was actually in there with a shot caller, a big rank in the gang Bloods. He was the head dude in the block, you know what I'm saying? Maybe on that side of the yard. I don't know. I don't really, still don't even know all the politics to how they do that thing, man. But I do know for sure he was a shot caller in the blood game, man, and they put him in the cell with me. He had came out of another block, or came out of a hole from being involved in some blood stuff in another block. As I told y'all, I was up in Wallace Ridge. Wallace Ridge is, in the mountains. That's redneck city, racist city, um, hillbilly city. You did, but they got most of the gangs up there, almost all the gangs up there. What they was doing was starting to move all the gangs to the mountains. I think they had a plan at first to put them all up there. Once they identified them and they got any type of trouble on flatland, they move them all up there. I think they was really doing it because they did not have the people to fill them bed spaces, and they had already got all of that government funding to build these prisons, saying that it was super max, man, for these worst of the worst criminals in Virginia. And they got the dogs, they got the guns, they got the little shock shields up there. Is all tobacco chewing racist white people. They gonna beat you down and get away with it. They was operating up there with impunity. They could do whatever they wanted to do. Won't nobody checking on them. Won't nobody having no checks and balances. They was just getting away with a lot of stuff. So they said, well, we'll shove all the gang members up there and let them, kill each other. That's the way I looked at it. But in the process of them doing that, dudes that was getting other charges too, and they had been, had a little record or something in the penitentiary or something, and been doing time and got any type of violence on their record. If you get into a certain situation, they was sending you up there too, so you throw it in the mix. So I ended up going up there, as y'all already know if y'all been following my story, for a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? They sent me up there. And I ended up being up there, 5-6 years or something like that. And easily the worst time of my 33 years in prison. Easily. Not that nothing was no cakewalk, but that up there, totally different. So I was in a different state of mind up there. After I found out what was going on, after I saw what the lay of the land was, my main objective was to try to get from up there. You know what I'm saying? I thought the chance of me making parole up there was zero. So that was another motivation to try to get back to flatland. If I ever was gonna have a chance to make parole, it wasn't gonna be up there. So I was trying to get back there and there. Plus, like with all the stuff that's going on, all the shooting, all the violence, all the gang stuff, they running the phones, they running the showers, they running everything that you do in there. They got control of it. If you go against it, they you know what I'm saying, they putting the bank on you. They putting the bank shot on you. They coming at you 6, 7, 8 deep just by somebody pointing at you and telling them to go get you. If they want you out the way, they coming at you. They coming, you know what I'm saying, they coming deep. Them dudes gonna sacrifice. They may put the Bethlehem on you, or they may just jump on you 6, 7 deep and just beat you down. But the thing about that is, up there in the mountains is always a threat. You're gonna get shot too, and you're gonna get maced, and you're gonna get the dog sick on you. So you really ain't want to fight unless you had to, because you gonna be up against all these other, you know what I'm saying, things that's gonna go with it. They got amenities that go with fighting. They gonna give you all of this other stuff free. They gonna give you the bullets free. They gonna give you the dog free. They gonna give you the mace free. So those gonna be your amenities or whatever they call it when you check in them hotels. You gonna get that stuff for free. So you trying to avoid all that stuff. The gang dudes up there use that to their advantage. They know dudes don't want to fight. They know dudes want to get back down on flatland. They know this. So that's why they controlled by that type of narrative. They talk to you greasy. They aggressive. They got the threat of violence with you. Oh yeah, well, we don't care. We you know, because they can send somebody to go pop off on you, and they ain't worried about getting shot. They ain't got no choice. Even if they worried about it, they ain't got no choice but to do it, because if whoever running that game, whoever the top dog in there say move, you gotta move. If you don't move, you gonna get moved on. You understand? So they ain't had no choice. So they can control like that. But I'm hip to that because I'm already sharp. I'm already penitentiary, knowing everything that's going on. But these young dudes is moving like this, which is, if you really look at it from their point of view, it's a smart strategy. You know what I'm saying? They're controlling by the situation. They that's how they handle things. They know don't nobody want to get shot. They know don't nobody want the dog to bite them. They know all of this, so they use that to, well, this what's gonna happen then. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do this, or if blah blah, that's how they come. So when they put old boy in my cell, man, I remember he came in there, man. He called himself Hellraiser. He come in there, New York cat, you know, got a little size on him, but he one of them old hunchback dudes, you know what I'm saying? Old hunchback leaned over type of dudes. You know, bald head, big nose, clean face, you know, with his New York, you know what I'm saying? He come up in the joint like, yo, what's up, man? My name Hellraiser. You know what I'm saying? I'm Damu. I say, Die who? He said, Damu, I'm blood, Peru. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, huh? Okay, I don't know what none of that means. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, that's what's up. So he sat on the toilet, started unpacking his stuff, you know. He got a little grit on, you know. He got the New York swag, you know. I guess he probably like 30, late 30s, 36, 37, 38, somewhere up in there. You know what I'm saying? And he blood out. You know what I'm saying? Blood out, blood in. I mean, dudes get to hiding on the gate. Hey, yo, Razor, you all right, blood? Yeah, I'm good, son. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all when I get out, son. Yeah, son, I just came from us. You know, they going in. Everybody hollering, showing him, paying homage to him. You know, so I know he's somebody, right? Me, I gotta look at him and size him up. Just like I gotta do anybody to come in the cell with me. I gotta size him up. I gotta see how he moving. I gotta see what his body language telling me. I gotta see his size. I gotta see his aggression. I gotta see, look in his eyes and know if he really about that life. You know, because if it go down in here, I got to win. And that's the way I look at every cell partner. I look at my ways to victory if things go south in the cell, because can't nobody save you in the cell but you. You know, so it ain't never gonna be no seller to come in the cell with me that I ain't looking at them like that as a potential enemy, as a potential person that I might have to eliminate. I got to, because that's crucial to my survival. So I'm looking at them and I'm dissecting them, I'm reading them and all this on the first day, but I'm already knowing, like, if push come to shove, you know what I'm saying, I'm be doing the pushing and the shoving. Straight like that. I already know this. You know what I'm saying? He don't seem like I'm gonna really have no problem with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he being respectful in there, but he on his New York stuff. He on his blood stuff, and I don't care what you do. I don't care. As long as that stuff don't affect me, it don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you doing. I don't care what you into. You know what I'm saying? As long as it don't come to this sale. You know, so like I said, he was balling though, but then as time went on, like I say, I started to see the flaws in him. I started to see the fakeness in him, because he was a shot caller, but he was carrying his own people. He be lying to his own people. I'm looking at it like, these dudes gonna go to war for you. These dudes gonna, they gonna, risk life and limb for you. They definitely gonna do that. If he say go get them, they go and get them. And they may catch time. They may, what I'm saying, get shot. They may get, sent somewhere else. Go to Red Onion. All of this. But if he say move, they gonna move. So I feel like if dudes gonna sacrifice for you like that, you at least should keep it 100 with them. You should at least keep it a stack with them. You know what I'm saying? This was around the time they started taking the tobacco. So he got an old rack of tobacco and he don't even smoke. But he loaning it out and he's selling it. You know what I'm saying? He using it to go play poker. But then when some of his homeboys need cigarettes, he's saying he ain't got it like that or he don't have no more. They had already took the cigarettes. They had gave you a certain amount of time to get rid of what you already had, but you couldn't order no more. And it was already outlawed. It's already contraband. But you had like 30, 60 days, whatever cigarettes you had to get rid of them. Or they when they do a shakedown, they taking it. It's contraband. You know, but they had stopped selling it. So it was a real shortage of supply on it. But he's sitting in there, he loaded, he scrapped. You know what I'm saying? He got tobacco for days. He got cans, he got pouches, he got bugler packs, he got all of that. You know what I'm saying? He got the rolling paper. So he got it, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, you know what I know is his, he don't have to give it away or nothing. But my thing is, if you with these people, man, and they ride or die for you, man, if they got that habit of smoking, why you got them going out here looking for some if you already got it? Why you lying to them? Why you just don't tell them I got it, but I can't give it to you, blood? I'm trying to make some money off of this, and they killing them with that right now, cause you can sell cigarettes like I say, man, for $8, $9, $10, one cigarette. So he making money hand over fist. Now by me noticing that the pettiness, I'm just clocking all of this in my head and putting it, you know, in my inventory about what type of dude you is versus what you say. I look at what you do versus more what you say. Dudes say anything. So I'm seeing the pettiness in them with that. But you'll go out there and you'll lose in poker and you'll lose some of that stuff just get away, but you won't give it to your homeboys who are in need and trying to smoke. And they got to go out there and pay their money to get some tobacco from somebody else. They might have to buy it from a crip dude. The crip dude might got the tobacco. So they got to go to the enemy to buy and purchase their money when you got it. You know what I'm saying? So those little things. Now, during this time when I'm up there too, like I say, this is the worst time of my bit. All the way around the board, just the environment, just the way I'm doing, all this. I had stopped running the store box. I ain't running no store box up there. I ain't gambling up there. I ain't doing nothing that's gonna keep me up there. I'm trying not to do nothing that's gonna keep me up there. So in doing that, I done been up here now for a couple of years. So I done depleted all my commissary. So now I actually got to buy commissary myself. I ain't used to doing that. I'm spending money off my books. I'm spending money for a minute. You know, I'm sending money out to my daughter. I'm doing these other things. So my money depleting, everything. Ain't nobody really sending me no money because I never asked for money from home because I always have it. You know what I'm saying? So now I could use it, but I'm not really asking for it. So don't nobody know. I'm not even calling home like that. I'm like, really, to be honest with you, I'm in a state of depression. I'm in a state of depression and confusion, and I'm trying to stay focused on what's in front of me and not let the outside world influence me. I didn't want no visits up there because I didn't want them to say nothing to my people, and I kirk out and lose it. So I won't get no visits. I won't call it. I won't write no letters. I won't doing anything. Far as everybody knew, I was out back. So every so often go by, man, my mom or somebody or my sister them, and they'll write me and say, "You all right? What's going on?" Ooh, I won't even respond. You know what I'm saying? That's how depressed I was. Then even then somebody might just shoot me some money because they ain't heard from me. Somebody my family might call up there, ask was I okay? The counselor asked me, I had to tell the counselor, tell him, yeah, I'm good, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Tell him I called, but I wouldn't call because I was just my mind was just messed up there. So I'm eating certain things on the tray, which I never eat the trays, but I'm eating certain things on the tray, specific things, because I'm in survival mode. I gotta survive. You know what I'm saying? So I can't, eat anything they put on there because it's like I told you, it's bulk meat, it's garbage. But they have sometimes they have hot dogs. Up there they have fried eggs. I eat the fried eggs. I eat the boiled eggs. Sometimes I look at the potatoes if they was clean enough because they be dirty on the tray. If they was clean enough, I eat them. Right? This Joker here, he balling. He living like I usually live. He don't even eat commissary. Kitchen food. So they feed all of that in the block. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't no kitchen in there. You getting fed through the tray slot. You eating in yourself. So he bringing the trays over, and they putting the trays in the slot. And when they putting the trays in the slot, he look at them, push them on back out. Right. or he'll take and say, or one of his homeboys will say, you ain't gonna eat that tray rice. And he'll be like, no, it's a tough, man. He'll say, get a tray to cell 3 or get a tray to cell 7. So we was in cell 1. Get a tray to cell 7 or something like he ain't want it. So boom, if they had the things that he clearly seen me eating in there, like eggs or hot dogs or something, and they push it through the slide, he don't want it, he'll just push it back out. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't even ask me did I want it. Now, I know that may sound petty, but it's really not in prison because you should check with your seller and see what he want. See if he want it. Because it's free. You ain't doing that. You just pushing it back out, giving it away. Or just tell give that to somebody else. I don't want it. Even if ain't nobody asked for it. So I thought that was petty, and I thought it was a reflection on how he really felt about me. Now, when you in these state of depressions and you in this, like I spoke about this before, you got so much going on with you, man. You locked up, you away from your family, your loved ones. You already irritated and frustrated. So you looking for an outlet that you ain't really got. So your outlet is gonna usually be the closest person to you, the person that you're around the most. Who that is? Your Sally. So I started looking at him with a little dislike because I'm feeling like he doing that because he don't like me. Maybe that was the case, maybe it wasn't. I know he felt a certain type of way because he couldn't run that cell. He couldn't handle me in that cell. And he a boss, so he wanted to be a boss on all fronts. He wanted to be able to be in the cell with somebody he can run it. Man, I'm gonna put my stuff right here, or this way, or man, we gonna clean it like this, or man, we gonna you ain't none of that going on up in there. And I don't think he liked it that. But he knew my type of character. I also was on point that maybe he might send some little cannon fodder, some little dudes at me to try to do something to me. Just go ahead and get me out of the way. Because those is moves too. But he knew, because he did his background, he knew that I had a reputation. And he knew that I just won't know anybody. He knew I've been down a while. So I think he used cautious with that too. Plus he a New York joker. So he had street smarts. You know what I'm saying? Them New York dudes, they got some street smarts. They know danger. They know the danger, Will Robinson. Danger. They know that. So he knew by being in there with me what type of dude I was. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason I don't think he sent some dudes to get me out the way. Because he could have did it. He definitely could have did it. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have been successful. They would have been successful in getting me out the way because I was definitely going to jail. But it was going to definitely be some blood on that Bethlehem. And it wasn't going to be mine. You know what I'm saying? So I think he knew that. So but it was just those little things. So I found myself starting to, have a different type of tone in my voice in there, a different type of attitude, while I was in there with him. And I think he felt it. You know what I'm saying? And it was because I felt like he was trying to shine in a certain type of way with them trays. Something as petty as trays, bro. That to get you laid up in there. Cause I'm like, man, how you know I don't want it? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff I didn't want because I didn't eat. But when he specifically knew it was something I saw, I take the tray and I eat it. He knew that I might want it, but he wouldn't even say it, and that kind of like pissed me off. So little things like that, man. So I started being a little more less talkative, a little bit. You could see my attitude, and he felt it. You know what I'm saying? So it put a little tension in the cell, but I wasn't tripping because if he had made a move, I was gonna give him that business. You know what I'm saying? And I think he understood that. You know what I'm saying? And he had that thing in there. I know he had it in there. I done seen it in there with him. You know what I'm saying? But so did I. You know what I'm saying? And I can feel when something get ready to pop. And when I think something get ready to pop, I'm on it. I'm moving. I ain't waiting. You know what I'm saying? You wait, you get late. So we was going through that little stuff, and then like I say, man, I confronted him about it one time, man, because it just came to a head. And then he eat the same thing every day. I swear to God to you, he does not deter from what he eat. He eat the same thing every day, 2 to 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Fish, steak, chips, and soup. And he had a rock all of it because he go to commissary get it. He got rock all of it, but he would not even change it. He didn't eat nothing different. He might snack on candy bars or stuff like that, but for the most part, he gonna eat that same stuff 3 times a day, and it stunk to the high heavens, man. Cause he ate it. He ate the fish steaks with the mustard sauce in it, and when you mix that with the noodle that he used, the chicken noodle, man, that stuff stinks so bad, man. And he just used to eat it every day, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like they bring the food here. Nah, I don't want to take that on, give it away, give it to anybody. Police might be like, well, who you want me to give it to? I don't care. Just give it away. I don't care. He was like one of them, like man, that ain't, he had that type of attitude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, this joker here, boy. So you know, but when I confront him, I was like, boom. He was like, man, what's up, man? I mean, it's a problem. I mean, you act like you don't want to talk to me no more. I mean, what you know? But he won't aggressive. And I told him, I was like, no, bro, I feel the same way. I feel like you got something on your chest with me. He was like, why you feel that way? I'm like, man, you be see me eating some of these trays. And you will get the tray come in, you'll just push the tray out. You don't even want the tray. You'll tell the man give it to anybody, but you don't even ask me. I said, to me, I feel like that's something that you got on your chest against me. Because if the roles was reversed and I see that you eat this stuff, why would I just give it away without asking you first? I said, that's just sale courtesy, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I say, what's going on? He be like, no, man, no, it ain't, man, come on, Bank, man, it ain't like that. Come on, son. Come on, son. You know I ain't, I ain't never, I ain't think you eat that. But you see me eating it. So it was just one of those things. It was an awkward moment, but we got past it. And then later on, like I say, when he ended up having them issues, they had them issues with them Richmond dudes. And it was getting ready to get ugly. And I knew it was going to get ugly because Outstanding had told me. Outstanding was up there and he was locked in with the dude that was going to lead the charge for Richmond. So he told me, be on point. Be on point when we go to that gym. It's going to pop off. And I knew it was coming. Now, this is the thing. Like I said, even though he was my celly, but he was a blood. You know what I'm saying? First game member that was he was a blood. If somebody would have came to that cell to try to do something to him, no matter what our issues was, I was going to not allow that. I was going to be involved in that. But anything outside of that cell, that's gang business. And I ain't getting involved in that, even though he might sell it. Now, take the roles in reverse and I gotta sell it. If you jump on my celly outside that cell, I'm gonna be with the ish. Because I'm gonna feel offended. But I'm not getting involved in gang stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because gang stuff is not gonna get involved in my stuff. You dig what I'm saying? So that's a whole different ball game. So that's why I wasn't gonna get involved in it. You know what I'm saying? But Youngin was just pulling my coat to let me know because he know the code. Like, dudes, this old timers, man, you ain't bringing that drama to our cell partner without bringing it to us. So, but it's a different thing because just a game dude. He got a whole people that's backing him. I'm not gonna get involved in no gang stuff. I may be cool with some of the Crips. I may be cool with some of the Bloods, the GDs, or whatever, whatever. Now, if I invoke myself into some gang stuff, now I got a whole whatever you want to call it gang that don't like me, that's down on me. I'm not getting involved in that unless I just really, really like you, my brother, and we won't own them type of terms. We was sellers. You understand me? So it was crazy. And then I told y'all go back and watch the video about that, how that shook out. And he ended up getting done dirty. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting done dirty by trying to be the aggressor and trying to show that he a real live leader with this stuff. And I give him the props for that, but he got done dirty. You know what I'm saying? He got done real dirty with that situation. But he was pump faking too. You know what I'm saying? He was pump faking. You know what I'm saying? And pump faking, I told you, pump faking to get you late. Country breaks to get you late. You cannot act like you gonna pull that thing and do something with that thing, or you with that and don't do it. Cause somebody gonna try it, man. You ain't gonna get away in prison with just talk, man. That stuff don't work. I done seen it time and time and time again. I don't care how big you is, or where you from, or how loud you bark. You gonna have to bite in prison for people to understand. You gonna have to bite. Barking ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And he was barking too much and they won't doing too much biting. And that's when them dudes from Richmond, they gon' man. I told Richmond is a game by itself. Richmond is a gang by themselves. Blood, Crips, GDs, Richmond. They are a gang by themselves, bro. They got the numbers like that. And they got some really go hard jokers that's up in them numbers. So and they found that out the hard way. And he just happened to be a part of it. But that's how he ended up leaving the cell. You know what I'm saying? Then I told you it was issues after he left the cell. Oh, man, hey, Blood say, oh, he ain't get all this. Man, I don't care what Blood say. Don't pull up on me with that. I don't want nothing that nobody got. I'm not that petty. I'm not gonna take nothing out of nobody's property, even though they be trying to give it to you up there, Wallace Ridge, because they don't care nothing about you. But I'm not gonna do nothing like that. My moral principles not gonna let me do that. And I'm not gonna let nobody be pulling up on me about it. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to accuse me of it because it's gonna get ugly. So I had to kill all of that. But that was really like my first experience with having a gang dude in there, so it let me know how, you know what I'm saying, woo woo woo. But man, if you go back, hold up, if you go back, yeah, well, not he was the first real like gang member dude that was lead, because you can go back too, because Cody was in the cell with me, and Cody was in the gang, but he won't like active all of that. You know what I'm saying? It won't all of that. But yeah, more or less, I would count, Razor as being first game dude that I was really in there with, and I learned a lot about how they move. Not everything, but a lot about how they move, how shots is being called, how they talk, the language they use. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm right there. But like I say, the brotherhood in it was supposed to be displayed in this that they be talking about. He was lacking on his, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he was calling shots. And I'm telling you, fact, not he can get your head knocked off. He can get your head knocked off. I ain't gonna take nothing from him. He can get your head knocked off. If he say, "Hey, blood, woo, 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 yeah, when the doors pop, handle that. They coming to get you. Yeah, they coming to get you. I mean, however, whatever defense you put up, cool. You may prevail, you may win. But if he say go, they going. That's how much power he had. You know what I'm saying? So it was wild, man. It was a wild situation. It was a learning experience for me, man. But it was what it was, man. But yeah, you not gonna get around being around gang members in the prison, not even in Virginia no more. And since I left, it's even more of them. They got more control. They doing more things. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to deal with it one way or another, even if that's not what you into. It's just a part of the system there, even in Virginia, So, but anyway, that was my experience, man, with my first real life gang member. Shout out to Race. I hope he out here on the street somewhere doing this thing, doing good, man. Salute to you, son. You understand me? There ain't no issues here. There ain't no issues here, man. I wish you well. Y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back. Big love, TBP Nation. Let's go. If you ain't got the membership, ooh Lord, you missing out, boy, because we over there doing it and doing it. You heard me? So go get it, man. Talk to me. I talk back, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Hey. Duck them hooks, man. They out there. And them gang members, they in there.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.